Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to Starry Eyed Tarot. My name is Sophie. It is good to see you. Happy Saturday to y'all. Just gonna get started here. All right. Welcome, everybody. It is good to see you. If you are new to this channel, welcome and thank you for your subscription. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader for this evening, and I'm just summoning my dutiful AI moderator, Mr. Nightbot here. All of my donation information can be found, well, it will soon be found at the top of the chat. I am going to pin it. It is now pinned at the top of the chat. I am your friendly tarot reader. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. I am also a psychic medium. I communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. That is something else that I offer, but I also answer questions of, you name it, I can answer it if it's not medical or legal. I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of spiritual questions, finance, career. I do animal energy readings. I do all sorts of readings. Just ask away, and as long as it's not legal or medical, I can help you out. I offer a few different types of specialized. One of them is my soulmate confirmation reading. That can be done in a couple of different ways. We can either directly ask your spirit guides if the person in question, and it doesn't have to be a romantic person, just a person in question, asking if they are a soulmate of yours, or we can ask your spirit guides if they give their blessing to the person in question. Fernando! Welcome, Fernando. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing this evening? I also do past life regression readings. I have been studying past life regression for many, many years. I've done a lot of research on past life regression therapy. And I welcome. And I have developed a form of past life regression utilizing the tarot and my connection with spirit. Speaking of the tarot, today we are using the Golden Girls tarot deck, a beloved favorite of mine. And speaking of being friends, thank you for being a friend, and please remember to click the like button. It really helps me out. All you have to do is double tap and you can like away, and it really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. So yes, I offer past life regression readings. I also as I mentioned, I answer a lot of romance readings, or romance questions, I should say. And there's a type of reading that I offer. Some of my clients refer to it as the OG love reading, as it says in the description. I call it the TFI reading. It answers it answers 3 questions in one, essentially. With the person in question, it will answer what their thoughts are towards you, their feelings, and their intentions, as well as your general energies and their general energies as well. So it answers 3 questions in one, essentially. And it is at no additional donation amount. And it is simply a suggestion. If you, and it doesn't have to be matters of the heart either. I've done TFI readings for animals. I've done them for people's coworkers. I've done them for friends, family members, you name it. I've done a TFI reading for it. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only, offline, just me and you, one-on-one over Zoom. And you can give me all the context and backstory that you need. Highly recommend it, well, for everybody, but especially for those who are dealing with something that's particularly complex right now. That does require a lot of backstory. Hi, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And it's just me and you, and we can answer as many questions as need be. I can ask as many questions, or you can ask as many questions. There's no limitation to the amount of cards that I pull, so long as it fits within our allotted time. I also offer them offline, at no additional donation amount. And I do it either over Instagram, which is what I usually do, voice memos over DMs. And this is more for, I do have Instagram. That's so interesting, Jay. I just was talking about my Instagram. Here, let me show you my Instagram. And we just received a donation. Thank you much. Yeah, so if anyone ever wants a private reading, like for reading, just reasons of like discretion, I do offer them online. And I answer them over voice memos, privately over DM. Yeah, go over there. Everybody go over to my Instagram, go friend me. Thank you so very much for your donation. Dar Ocal PH. Thank you, thank you. Is it possible for a guy to be a warlock? Yes, it is. A warlock is simply a male witch. It's just a male witch. All right. Can I please get your name? Darocal PH. And can I please also get your astrological sign? Thank you so much. Okay, so we can do, so that the equivalent, 15 euros is the equivalent of about $17 for Super Chat, so that we like a, let's see, so for Super Chat. Do like a 7-card reading. So what is your name, my friend, and what is your question? You got it. I will speak as slowly as possible. No problem. What is your name and what is your astrological sign? Yes, first question is what is your name, please? Ah, okay, you're from the Netherlands? Arthur. Nice to meet you, Arthur. Thank you so much for your donation. Germany. Oh, cool. I love Germany. I've been to Germany. I've only been to Berlin. I've been to Berlin a few times though. I love that city. I hope I'm not speaking too fast. But ich liebe Berlin. I took a little bit of German. I don't, but yeah, so Deutsch, German. So yeah, you speak German. I'm embarrassed not. I read that as Dutch. But I understand a little bit of German. I did take it in school, college. Yeah, Germany is a great country. I love Germany. And what is your astrological sign? Your zodiac sign? Wieder? I don't know what that means. No, I don't understand enough German. Maybe we could do Google Translate if you have a difficult time. I can you can type to me in German and I can translate it over Google Translate. Is that Aries? We could do. I never thought about that. But you can speak to me in German if you can understand what I'm saying and you have a difficult time composing English. I don't mind Google translating. I understand that. You are welcome. Yeah, let me get my Google Translate. You're gonna go from German to English. Okay. Thank you very, very much, Austin, for your donation, my friend. Let me go ahead and add you. Thank you. I hope you are doing well. Arthur, are you there? Sorry about the noise. It should come to a close soon. Yeah, I need a question. And if because this is a tarot reading. Did you have a question? Hello, Die Traumfrau? Do we have another German person in the room? Germany in the house tonight? It's funny, the last time I was in Berlin, I was wearing this sweater a lot. You're a German too? I'm reading for a German person right now. Oh my goodness. Hello, Germany. Germans in the house tonight. What? I've only been to Berlin. And I was just explaining to Arthur I've taken German. I can understand a little bit. More than French, surprisingly. I've taken more French than German, but German's just, I think it's much more similar to English. I think it's easier. But that is cool. Well, welcome to the channel. You can send for a reading in two different ways. All my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. Venmo, PayPal, or CashApp. If you don't have any of those, you can use SUPERCHAT. And my SUPERCHAT rates, all my rates are in the body of the chat. Like, say if you wanted to do SUPERCHAT and you wanted a full reading, that would be $20.20. Exactly. It's a Germanic language, so there's a lot of similarities. I have an easier time reading German, much easier time understanding it. When I was younger and I was more familiar with it, I had an easier time speaking it. I took it in college and I didn't do very well, but I passed. But yeah, no, it was much easier to understand. Arthur, we have another person who's waiting for a reading. You have 3 minutes to post your question. It's been a little over 3 minutes now, but I'm still waiting for you to post your question, Arthur. I'll serve to you so I could do it later because my card is acting weird. No problem. No problem. Thank you so much, my friend. And I think you're new to the channel. I'm guessing. I don't think I've seen you, so welcome. And thank you for subscribing. Okay. Okay, will you ever see your special person again? What is your person's name? Sandra Reed. Okay, thank you. And what is her sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Messengers and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Arthur see Sandra again. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Cancer. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Cancer. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? We have Two of Cups, King of Swords, the Tower, Two of Wands, and Eight of Wands. Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. Yeah. You will see her again 100%. I don't know how long it has been since you last saw her, but I see that there is something very, very special between the two of you that hasn't come to an end. I don't know if the two of you are currently talking right now, but if you're not, prepare for some communication. Eight of Wands is the communication card. King of Swords is the realm of the mind, is the realm of communication. And she's going to pop back into your life in a very abrupt way. It's going to come from out of nowhere, but it's something that she is definitely planning on. She has every intention of seeing you again with this Two of Wands. And I know I haven't read for you before, but I read reversals. So the fact, not just the fact that these cards are all upright, but the very nature of the cards is just saying yes, yes, yes. So 100%. And let me pull a couple extra cards for you because you donated for a few more. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Messengers and spirit guides. Will Arthur see Sandra again? Answer is still yes, but just a little more clarity on perhaps when, and just a little more clarity there. We have Page of Swords reversed and Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this as I said before, yeah, the answer is still yeah. You're going to see her again, but it's going to come from her. It's going to be on her accord, and she's really going up out of nowhere. It may take a little while with this Five of Pentacles and Page of Swords reversed. There's little that you can do in terms of making it happen. This is just going to happen on its own accord. Like I said, on her terms, in her timing. The Wands and Two of Wands. But my answer for you, Arthur, is yes. Yes, you are going, you will absolutely see her again. And it will be in the context of romance. It will be in the context of she's your special person. You're very welcome. You are so welcome. I forget how to say that in German. But yes, you are very welcome. And I wish you all the best and all the best with her as well. Okay. Austin, thank you very much for your donation, my friend. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Bitteschön, bitteschön. Thank you. Thank you. I received a promotion and have been working on myself. I'm curious, how will my new job and rest of the year be for me? Um, I can ask how your new job will be for the rest of the year. But that would be two questions asking that's two questions. Would you prefer to ask about your job between now and the end of this year, or would you prefer to ask just how your life in general is going to go between now and the end of this year? Sorry, one sec. Life, you got it. Yeah, life in general. Let's see. And you're a fellow Aquarius, right? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will Austin's life go this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go between now and the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go between the end of this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how will Austin's life go now and the end of this year? Okay, we have 10 of Cups. We have King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and 6 of Swords reversed. All right, man. All right. This looks very good. This looks excellent. So you started you got a promotion at your current job. Congratulations on that. That's fantastic. I 5 cards is I'll be honest, 5 cards is not a whole lot. Well, it's almost October, so there's only really like 3 months left of the year. And I always say that, or I've always observed that tarot seems to like that's kind of like the current energies as far as, not with everything, but only so much is set in stone, right? This looks fantastic, Austin. This looks really good. It really looks like you have really leveled up a lot. The one thing I'm not thrilled, I'll start with just what I'm not thrilled about here. We have this 5 of Pentacles here in the center. This is, to me, is not speaking of poverty. It's not speaking of money issues. That's not the energy I'm getting from this card here. The energy that I'm getting is, and what I'm getting from spirit is, I don't know how active your social life is, especially since you've been promoted. I don't know how often you spend time with friends and family, loved ones, etc. But it's more an energy of like loneliness, or I don't even want to use the term loneliness so much as isolation. 5 of Pentacles is often an indicator of that. And the 6 of Swords reversed, Spirit is saying that there's something that you have not fully moved on from. Six of Swords upright is moving on, moving. That's accurate. Actually, I don't know tarot that well. Picked a vibe off that card too. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with money. Money's great. I'm gonna get into that. Money's fantastic. It's only gonna get better. Um, and things are gonna get better in your social life as well. I'm gonna get to that as well. Okay. But I don't know if there's like an ex who you're not completely over, or perhaps you've moved and there's something that you're missing, but spirit is saying there's something that you haven't fully maybe healed from or processed, is the energy I'm getting here. Good news is you are going to process this, and you are going to heal. Five of Pentacles is also an indicator of needing to heal, being on the road to healing. But your future is so bright, dude. You got to wear shades. You need binoculars with this Three of Wands. There's a lot of potential on the horizon for you, in your life right now, especially between now and the end of this year. It's easier and has become easier for you to visualize the life that you want to manifest and that you want to sustain. Money, fantastic. You are going, if you're not feeling that way, there are things I'm working through, but really refreshing to hear that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're going to heal for sure, for sure. And you're an Aquarius, right? The star. We're healers. Not only do we heal other people, but we heal quickly. Not quickly, but we're good at healing, as Aquarius is. This King of Pentacles is telling me that if you don't already feel a strong sense of financial stability and confidence, you're going to get there very soon, especially with this Three of Wands here. You're going to be in control. You're going to have agency. The King of Pentacles. Then we have this Ten of Cups. Save the best to last. This is ultimate contentment and satisfaction and joy. This is wonderful. This is really, really good. This is definitely what we want to see, when we're talking about just success in your life in general. And contentment, ultimate contentment, Ten of Cups. And this is why I wanted to clarify with you, if you are feeling somewhat isolated or feeling as though you are neglecting, it meant a lot to me too. Seeing this as the first card, I was just like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, things are going to be really good if they're not already. And it's cups. It's Ten of Cups. It's not just contentment and satisfaction in money. It's contentment and satisfaction in your emotional life, in your social life as well. Getting back into the swing of those things, meeting new people, reconnecting with old friends, spending more time with loved ones, and healing from whatever this is that you meant, that we were talking about, that you would greatly benefit from moving forward from, and you will, and it will be a great success, Austin. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations on your promotion. I really appreciate you, and things definitely look like they are on the up and up for you in many ways. So thank you very, very much again, Austin. I appreciate you. All right. Wow, we've had, I really needed this. Thank you for your time. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, what a wonderful start to this live stream. The reading I just did was, the first one I did was great. That was very positive. Your reading was very positive. Good energies. Good energies for sure. All right. So the donation queue is currently open. So whoever makes a donation next will be next. All of my donation information can be found in the body of the chat. And all of my donation, my donation menus can be found in the body of the chat, depending on what type of reading you would like, how many cards you would like, and all of my donation information as to where to send it can be found pinned at the top of the chat. Thank you very, very much. A private reading, I have two different types of private readings. Either they are, if you want to do it over Instagram, either over Instagram or typed over email, it's the same amount, $9.99 for a mini reading, $14.14 for a full, and $21.21 for an in-depth reading. If you want a one-on-one by appointment with me, it is $2 a minute. So basically for like a 20-minute reading, $40. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Said if you don't have social media, you can always email me either for a typed reading or to schedule a private reading one-on-one. An hour is $120 for 60 minutes. Yes, correct. Yes, yes, bitteschön, bitteschön. And we have just received a donation from Fernando. Fernando, I was thinking about you. That's really weird. I was thinking about you earlier today, like right before I went live. I was like, oh, I haven't heard from Fernando in a while. Thank you, Sub. And then there was the first thing who came on and chatted today was a guy called Fernando, and I first thought it was you, but he had a different last name. No, different Fernando. But this is the Fernando I was thinking about. How are you doing, love? Thank you so much. Were you interested in a 10 card reading, or did you have two questions today? Yes, I've moved. As you can see, it's a new setup. This is temporary. General 10 card. You got it. Yeah, I moved. I moved to the city. This is a temporary setup. My laptop died, but it's just so old that I can't download the browser that I need to go live. So I have my camera. You can't see it, but I have my camera set up and everything, and my microphone stand. I had everything set up here, so you can't see. I'll show you the cards. Obviously, I'll show them to you one by one, but this is temporary. But we do what we do with what we have, right? Or whatever that phrase is. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messages, and spirit guides, please provide Fernando with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Thank you. Oh, why, thank you. Thank you, Fernando. Yeah, it was a little well, moving is always stressful. It was stressful, but I'm all settled, mostly all settled. There's still a few bits and bobs I need to get, and a few things I need to get rid of still, but thank you, love. All right, we have 9 of Pentacles, King of Swords reversed, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, the World reversed, the Star, Justice, Page of Cups reversed, and the Moon reversed. Have you've already transferred, have you already transferred to that new department at your work, love? Because I'm getting a lot of messages here about work. And definitely about changes. Definitely some ups and downs, everything here. I'm just assessing things as I'm seeing them right off the bat. One second, love. 1 second. Okay. All right. So we got 9 of Pentacles, and I haven't transferred, but a lot of previous administrators moved out. Okay. Yeah. So there have been some shifts, and because I'm seeing some leaders with the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, I'm seeing some leadership roles, either corruption in leadership roles, or, as you mentioned, those roles, especially with them both being swords, they've been cut. Like 12. Hi, Mary. All my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's start with this King of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. I don't know how many administrators or supervisors were cut, but yeah, with these both being swords and both in their reversed positions, this is telling me that there has been a shift in administration, and this happened quite suddenly and quite just out of the blue, with this Page of Cups reversed. But Spirit is also saying that it's ultimately for the best. That it's to implement really positive changes to your work environment. With the Star card here, things are going to flow better energetically, more harmoniously. I just see improvements in general there. I definitely see growth for you in your chin with this 9 of Pentacles and the World reversed. 9 of Pentacles, I mean, that's just one card away from the 10 of Pentacles, which is ultimate, job satisfaction, financial satisfaction. There's been, Spirit is saying you're on the right path. Okay, that's one message there. You're on the right path. You're in the right place, and you're in a position of of great potential, great growth. Um, yeah, development, in satisfaction, in your workplace. Um, I do want a little bit of clarity here, with this world, with the reverse card when it comes to, one's job. Um, yeah, it's like it's like, it's like a missing puzzle piece, is arriving to your job situation, um, where there were where there was a lack of satisfaction, um, or a feeling of lack of growth. There definitely is, and there's definitely, potential for that. That definitely turned around. Um, Spirit is also saying, with this Five of Cups, that there might be there might be some disappointments, in this new change. I think that's kind of normal with shifts and changes in any situation, whether it be work, romantic life, home life, whatever. But ultimately, it's going to serve your highest good, your highest self, with this Justice card. And it's definitely going to restore balance. And like I mentioned earlier, restore balance and restore a sense of harmoniousness. Perhaps even implement a sense of harmoniousness that possibly wasn't there in the past for a little while. Um, I am a little concerned with this Knight of Pentacles and the Moon reversed here. Um, I want a little bit of clarity, with this Knight of Pentacles. Um, Yeah, there's going to be a lot more work for you. I don't want to say that you're going to be overworked. But I do feel like, as I mentioned, there is a greater potential for growth and development, within your workplace. But with that comes, additional responsibilities, possibly additional work. Knight of Pentacles reverse is often a signifier of being overworked. Then when we have the Moon reversed underneath, um, hi Nisha, all my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. Thank you. Um, with the Moon reversed, the Moon is, I was saying this yesterday, the Moon is, in my opinion, the only card in the deck that is the same upright or reverse. It's that which is unknown. It's that which is concealed. Um, and I feel like there might be, um, some possible, I don't want to say promises made, but, um, certain assertions made, or yeah, like certain, like, oh, if you do this, then this will happen. Um, but I also feel like there's things, excuse me, going on in the background, um, that you have intuitively been aware of, with this being the Moon card. Like, you do know that there are certain politics at play within your workplace, and they're you know they're not always fair or just. Even though we do have this Justice card, there still is an element of, not corruption. I don't want to say corruption. I think that's a very loaded word to use in this context. But certain things that are not going to change overnight. There are going to be some massive shifts for sure. Um, but some things, despite the fact that we've got both this King of Swords and Queen of Swords, both gonzo, um, it's, you know, change is still something that takes some time to implement and manifest itself. But in terms of you and your place in your workplace, in your job, um, definitely a lot of potential for growth here, dude. Nine of Tickles, the Star. This is like some good energy, really good energy. Definitely something that I would want to see. And I know we didn't ask about work, but that was what Spirit wanted to talk about, because these are just all and the energies I'm getting are all very work oriented. Um, so I'm sorry it was so work focused, but Spirit just wanted to let you know you're on the right path. They're not pushing you to do anything, to move in a different direction or do anything differently. They're just, you know, letting you know, well, like what I asked, like what messages does Fernando need to hear, and that's what they want to let you know is changes are coming. You've probably already seen them intuitively, like I mentioned. You've probably been aware of them for a little while. Some they're mostly going to be good. There will be some difficulties, but that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles, with that job, and it's no fault of yours. Again, you're on the right path. You're appreciated, and the potential for growth is massive. It's not even, it's not, I don't even think that's the right term. It's not that your potential for growth is massive here. It's infinite. It's inevitable. That's the word. It's inevitable that things are going to improve here. Um, you are very welcome, Fernando. You're very welcome. Yeah, that's very. I'm not even joking. You popped into my head like right before I went live today. I was just like, oh, I haven't heard from Fernando in a while, and I'm wondering if I don't know, Spirit wanted me to tell you that or something. No, I don't know. I've never. I don't like saying that because it sounds kind of corny, but I swear that's so funny. It happens so often. I'll think of someone and they pop up. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, love. I appreciate you, and good luck with everything. You don't need it, but yeah, you got this. All right. So the donation queue is currently open. You are very welcome. Yes, yes. Please let me know how things go. I will see you again, and have a great rest of your weekend. Yes, so the donation queue is currently open. Hi, Tony Tree. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, so the donation queue is currently open. So whoever donates next will be read for next. Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Tony. I would love to read for you. I haven't received your donation. Where did you donate? No, I didn't leave it. It shows up. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I just received it. Let me add you. All right. So we could do like a 7-card reading. Is your Scorpio friend mad at you? Sorry, one sec. What is your Scorpio friend's name? And what is your sign? Oh no. Oh wait, no, I didn't lose you. Okay. Tony, what is your friend's name? You're an Aquarius and her name is Gabriella. Okay. Is she mad at you? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. You're okay. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Gabriella mad at Tony? The Empress reversed. 6 of Swords reversed. Justice. King of Swords reversed. 2 of Cups reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. And 10 of Swords reversed. Yeah, she is. I don't want to use the term mad so much as there's been a shift. There's been some, I don't know if there was an argument or something, but I will say this. I don't know how long it's been since the two of you have spoken, but I do. Weeks of Swords reversed and Justice. I do think that this is temporary. that she is going to move forward from this. But yeah, at this time, she's stuck. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. At this time, she's trying to process whatever it was that triggered her to feel this way. But yeah, Ten of Swords reverse. This is telling me that things are not completely over. She doesn't want to completely end things, end the friendship with you. But yeah, Knight of Swords reverse. She's deeply thinking about everything, all whatever the reasons. I don't know if it was an argument or what, but whatever the reason was as to why she's had this shift in, I don't want to say affections, but energies towards you and your friendship. It's definitely on her mind very deeply, and which is why I'm guessing she's probably not speaking to you right now. Six of Swords reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed. She's stuck. I don't want to say she's stuck in her mind, but she's taking a step back to analyze and take whatever happened into account, whatever triggered this into account. I don't know if there's romantic energy between the two of you, but at this time, if there was in the past, at this time, that's something that I don't know if romantic energy is really the term that I want to use so much as like harmoniousness, in this friendship between the two of you. The harmony is not there at this time for whatever reason. Whatever happened, you don't have to tell me, that's fine. But she is taking a step back, and is really thinking about things. But yeah, Ten of Swords reverse, Justice. This is telling me that the friendship is not over. It has not come to an end. I know that wasn't your question, but that's also something I'm seeing, is it hasn't, it's not come to an end. But she's not pleased right now. She's not pleased with whatever happened, or whatever triggered this, essentially. But so yeah, my answer is, again, I think mad isn't quite the right word that I want to use. But yeah, there has been a shift. Sophie, your name is my name too. My name is Sophie. That's so funny. I met a Sophie the other day. Not many. I don't know if you're from England, but not many in the U.S. And yes, you can make a donation. I would love to read for you, absolutely. And if you make a donation now, you will be next. Thank you. Yes. And are you an Aquarius? That would be so crazy if you were Aquarius named Sophie. Yes, disappointed. That's the word. That's the word. Disappointed. Yeah. But again, I know this wasn't part of your question. I'm not seeing permanence here. I do see her moving forward. She still values you as a friend and doesn't want to end the friendship. But yeah, she's disappointed. But thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate you very much for your donation. And I wish you all the best, and I'm sure things will resolve once she's processed things mentally. Swords reversed, it'll go up, it'll turn up right, so to speak, in her mind. And with that Justice card, she no desire to end things. You're very welcome, love. Thank you. So yeah, the donation queue is open. So whoever makes a donation next will be next. Thank you so much. And yeah, all my donation information, the pricing is in the menus, all body of the chat, and pinned at the top of the chat is my donation information. Thank you. Hi, nannies. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. I would love to read for you. Yeah, the donation queue is currently open. So, like I said just a moment ago, whoever donates next will be next. Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for your donation, love. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Oh, girl, I need to message you tonight. I have a story I need to tell you offline. Oy vey. You got it. Let's see here. Let's see. That's a great question. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what can Wendy start doing to make her move abroad more successful? And we just received a donation from Nannies. Thank you so much, Nannies. Let me go ahead and add you here. Okay. All right, Miss Wendy. Let's see. We have King of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Strength reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, Four of Cups reversed, and Four of Wands. Okay. So a big part of this is financial stability, ensuring that you have your ducks. I'm sure you know this, but ensuring that you have all your ducks lined up in a row, that you have a job over there, that you can afford the cost of living. And I'm sure you've already made those assessments, but that's really, really crucial, is feeling entirely financially capable and sovereign and independent. And Spirit is saying that with this Nine of Pentacles reversed underneath, that I'm, like I said, I'm sure you have done, budget reviews and analyzed your finances and analyzed the cost of living abroad, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. If you haven't, that's definitely something that needs to be done. Also, I think this is pretty, like, I don't mean to sound like trite or dismissive, but save as much as you can, budget as much as you can this time. Try to be, try to, when I'm budgeting, I analyze my finances, and I and my life, and I see what I really need, and what I can do without. And I think that's part of this Nine of Pentacles as well, is and not just financially, but in terms of physical things as well, because that's something to consider as well, with any move, but especially a move abroad. I don't know how much furniture you have. I don't know how many, possessions you have. Like, I have tons and tons of clothes. I have a lot of stuff. I had to get rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm needing to get rid of a lot of stuff, and kind of minimalizing things, because, we have very similar trajectories. I'd like to move abroad as well. So lessening the load there for sure. Communicating with others, putting it out there that that this is something that you are interested in happening in your life. Putting that out in the universe. You never know what advice you can get from people who may have done it themselves, or know other people who have moved abroad. Communicating with other expats, finding communities of other expats. I'm a minimalist, but I do have to really look down on my spending. Yeah. And I've had to recently as well. And yeah, that's what I did. I was like, okay, what can I legit live without? The things that are really crucial to me, and part of that was not just spending, but actually I'd say a bigger part of it was getting rid of so much stuff. Things that I thought I needed. It's like I've got makeup haven't used for years, like really nice makeup, like clothes, really nice clothes I haven't worn in years, like just get rid of, just clearing, but also analyzing spending as well, and pulling in reins there is always helpful. Making sure that you have things locked down from the get-go, financially, with this Ace of Pentacles reverse. That's very crucial. Good news is it is 100% in your hands. You've got this. You're on the right path. You're a smart woman. You're very capable. You're very resourceful. And you're perfectly capable of making this happen. I love that it's the Page of Pentacles, because the Page always tells me, like, you've got this. It's in your hands. Even the art, it's in your hands. You've got this. You've got full agency in making this happen. And it's the penticular part, and that's what Spirit is really emphasizing here. Work, which I know you already do. I don't want to tell you to overwork yourself with this Queen of Wands reverse, because Queen of Wands reverse is often a sign of work burnout. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I thought I was looking at Queen of Pentacles. No, Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. All right. Don't compare your journey to anybody else's. I mentioned communicating with other expats and seeing what their experiences were like, getting some information from them, but also taking into account that everybody's journey is different, everybody's path is different, everybody's, all of our resources are different. So, not, of course, not rushing things, which you were not the type to do. You're very Taurus. You're very methodical, but also comparing others. Like, oh, someone had an easier time doing this. I don't understand why it's harder for me. That's an important one there. Six of Cups, Three of Cups. Um, I was telling someone I don't even speak French, but somehow I manifested Paris in my life in a major way. I have multiple times in my life. Um, and it's because I put it out there that I have for years and years and years that I love Paris. I love it so much. I want to live there. And when you put that out there, um, you know, people, yeah, they can give you information, they can give you tips, they can give you all sorts of things. Like, people can be very, very resourceful. And I definitely see that in communicating. I think that's an important thing to bring to the table when you start doing singles events. You want someone who's going to be on board with you, like you mentioned it. Hopefully I'll find someone who would want to move as well. um, that's an important one for me too. When I go on dates, I always let people know, like, I really would like to move abroad. And most people are kind of down for it. Like, most people, like, love the idea of, like, I have 3 passports, I can do it. Like, you know, come along for the ride if you want. If you don't, that's, your loss. But that's also part of my dream. That's important to let people know. um and yeah, with this 4 of Cups reversed again, with the minimalization, getting ready to not just relinquish things, but moving away from what you know. And I'm assuming you've lived where you've lived for most of your life. I think you have. I don't know if your family's near you, but I know you've got your friends near you. Um, and as much as you want to leave, there will be homesickness, and that is something to take into account. Um, right. So it's all you've known, and of course you'll return. You're not gonna never come back, but it's something that you've known your whole life, and it would be, um, not just a new environment, but yeah, a new environment, and entirely new, very, very different, refreshing, um, but that it is something to take into account. Um, Strength reversed, yeah, making sure that you feel completely confident and secure in what Spirit is saying, the cards are saying, is the most important thing, is financially feeling secure. I would add, though, like, it's scary. What holds me back is moving alone. The idea of moving alone. I would feel more comfortable if I were to move with a partner. And we do have this 4 of Wands right underneath, which is possibly suggesting that that would be something that you would prefer. I mean, I can't speak for you. I'm just speaking for me, but I just feel like it would be easier. Moving on one's own is hard enough. Um, like, not even far, but moving far away, moving to another country, um, having someone who's a good partner, is always beneficial, but not necessary at the same time. It's with this Strength reverse card, Spirit is saying you can do this alone, absolutely. And it's perfectly fine to do it with another person if you find someone who is on board. That's my dream for you, is that you find a fella who has the same desires, dreams as you, and would want to be on board. But it's definitely not a necessity. It's not a requirement. Um, but yeah, making sure that you feel completely like this is in your hands. You've got this. Is what Spirit is saying. You're on the right path. Yeah, there's a few adjustments to be made, but definitely on the right path. You got the right idea. Um, yeah, money's a big factor. But also items, material things, and human beings and locations. I'm sure you have favorite spots, nature areas, restaurants and stuff throughout LA. That won't be there anymore. But conversely, it's a whole new world. When you move, it's a whole new environment. It's fresh, and it's always good for the mind, body, and spirit. So, yeah, you definitely got this, love. thank you. I'm not too worried about moving abroad, but it's the security of a job and financials. But yeah, and that's what Spirit's saying. I think that, and that's what I think that Strength reversed is too. Is just like making sure King of Pentacles, making sure you feel entirely financially stable, and you will. That Page of Pentacles, it's in your hands. You can make this happen. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, hashing out the details, and once you find out where, then you can, analyze, the cost of living, and I'm sure that'll help you determine actually specifically where. Analyzing the cost of living, say in Lisbon, as opposed to Berlin, or I don't think you mentioned Berlin. I think it was Lisbon or Amsterdam. But yeah, comparing the cost of living in different cities, because there definitely are variations. I'd say more so in Europe than in the US. But yeah, you got this, girl. Page of Pentacles, you got this. Um, Thank you so much, love. I really appreciate you. It's a lot to think about, and what language to start learning. Yeah. Well, fortunately, with the language thing, I will say yes. Definitely start learning the language, at least conversational. But the good thing about Europe, I'd say most cities in Europe, at least with our generation, most kids are taught English very young. I don't know how to word my question. Hope you understand. Okay, nannies. Yeah. And I'll let you know if I don't understand, and we can clarify. Um, yeah, there's definitely, and I'm sure you noticed it, at least in Paris, um, that people definitely familiar with English, at least the younger generation for sure, and are happy to speak English. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like that in Amsterdam. But yeah, that's another thing to take into account. Well, thank you so much, Miss Wendy. I really appreciate you, love, and you got this. You got this, girl. It's a lot to think about for sure. I've been thinking about it for years and years, and I think the more one can minimalize, the one more can strategize. Yeah, it brings clear mind, I think. Oh, I'm talking to a new guy. He's a Cancer. As of now, we decided to be friends and see where it goes. My question is, do you see us having a relationship that will show actions that will travel towards me? Okay, and what is his name? And what is your name? Oh, you're Nancy. Okay, and what is his name? And what is your sign? Do you see us having a relationship that will show? Actually, and I'm a little confused about the question. Do I see you having a relationship that will show actions that will travel towards you? Um, you mean just being in a relationship in general? What do you mean by actions that will travel towards you? What do you mean by that? Oh, you're fine, Sophie. No problem. I was just doing a reading, and we're doing a reading now. And if you make a donation, you will be next. Thank you. Nancy, are you there? just wanted some clarity before we ask your question. I don't quite understand what you mean. And I also need to know his name. Nancy, I can't ask your question unless I know your friend's name. We are just waiting for Nancy. Nancy, I cannot answer your question without his name. Nancy, are you there? I need you to clarify your question. I need to know his name, and I need to know what you mean by that. Nancy, can you clarify the question? What do you mean? Oh, you're fine, hun. That's okay. I'm sorry about that. So I need to know your friend's name, and I need clarity on what you mean by that. Are you asking if you guys are going to be in a relationship? What do you mean by a relationship that's going to bring actions that you want towards you? His name is Daniel, and he's a Cancer. And what is your sign? Like, if we were going to have a physical relationship since we live in different... Okay. And you're a Capricorn. All right, hun. Relationship. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship at distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Daniel and Nancy have a physical relationship despite their distance? Okay, we have the Hanged Man reversed, 8 of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers reversed, 2 of Pentacles reversed, and 3 of Wands. At the current, as it stands right now, it doesn't look promising. I don't know how long the two of you have been friends, how long the two of you have been talking. I want to start with this 2 of Pentacles reversed. And I don't know how long the distance is between the two of you, whether it's a drivable distance, but there's other, as someone who recently dated someone that lived across the country, it's difficult. It's difficult to establish that, to make it work, to even one time. Sometimes, if you don't have the resources, if you don't have the time to take off of work, it can be, or to take off of out of your life to travel and see the person, or if he can't. I'm seeing an issue with being able to for either one of you or for both of you to balance that and make that work on a sustainable basis. And I'm seeing that here too with this 8 of Pentacles reversed. It would require a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources that I'm sure that you're willing to sacrifice. I don't know, but the question is, are you able to sacrifice? Is he willing and able to sacrifice? Because I want to be friends for now. Nothing serious currently, and yes, he works right now a lot. Yeah. Okay, so there's the issue. Yeah. And I will clarify. I do sense that he does have affections for you. He doesn't see you in a different way or anything like that. And by that I mean, like, he is still attracted to you. He has fantasies of you. I don't know if you guys have gotten to that level in communication, but he also sees the difficulties, in the reality of making this work, on that kind of a level. But it is absolutely something he thinks about with this 3 of Wands, something both of you guys think about. Again, I don't know if you guys have discussed it, if you're at that point, but it's definitely on his mind. It's definitely something he's thought about, analyzed, and he's the Cancer, you're the Capricorn. Interesting, because Capricorns are very logical. I'm not saying you're not, but Cancers are usually very not super logical. But he's being very logical here. But the work thing, like seeing him, I say maybe 1 year from now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is a possibility. It's not an impossible. It's not. I don't want to say it's never going to happen because it's long distance. Yeah, I don't want to say it is possible with this 3 of Wands. I save the best for last. Yeah, it is. I was going to say it is possible with this 3 of Wands. Like I said, it's something he thinks about. It's not an impossible possibility. He will have some time off at some point. I'm sure you'll be able to coordinate something. But 3 of Wands is also, it's not just the observation card, but it's also a card of patience and time. I don't know how well you know tarot, but it's also about waiting, patience, time. So yeah, I do see a strong possibility of this happening, but in the future. Yeah, I think a year probably sounds about right. Within 1 year sometime, because within 12 months he's gonna have to have some time off. I know you said he works a whole lot, but it's definitely something on his mind, and I know it's on yours. So yeah, definitely a possible possibility. I can't ignore the difficulties, having been there myself with long distance not too long ago. It's tough, because the feelings get deep, they get real. Um, although I will say there is like do beware sometimes. There was one time I was talking to someone long distance. This is years and years ago, and I met them in person after like talking to them just on the phone and like online for like 3 months, and we had like no chemistry when we met in person. It was so disappointing. I was like, oh damn, like I just didn't feel it. I was like, it was so different. I'm not saying that's going to happen with you, but that's also an issue with long distance. Is physically being close to someone is really important in analyzing things. Thank you. But if you saw me wasting my time, would you tell me? Oh, yes, yes. I don't. And here's the caveat. Yeah, I do want to say to you, and this is something I normally do tell my clients. Oh no, that must. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it was what it was. I mean, like, I went on a date not too long ago, and I was talking to the dude for a couple weeks, and I was really excited and like thought I was really gonna like him, and there was just like no chemistry at all when we met in person. Like, I low key was like, is he gay? Like, he knows more drag queens than I do. Like, I think he might have been gay. I didn't pick up on that when I was talking to him. It was very strange, but that happened somewhat recently. But it wasn't. It is what it is. I didn't get too deep with him at all. Like, it was just a date. But yeah, it's but it reminded me of just how crucial that meeting someone face to face is. And I always tell my clients that. But yeah, let me remind you. I normally say to my clients when it comes to wasting time, um, don't wait on him. Live your life. Don't feel like, because you guys aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys are friends, but you're not exclusive. You are allowed to speak to other guys. You're allowed to date. You're allowed to get to know other people. You're allowed to flirt, because you might meet someone great in your local area in the meantime. And if that's the case, then that's a win, girl. Like, when like I started dating someone that was actually close to me after being in a long distance connection for a while, it was nice. It was like, no, this is what I'm looking for, like regular boyfriend activity. So don't that's what I mean by don't like definitely, continue being friends with him, continue talking to him, continue fostering the connection, but live your life, because you might find someone really awesome, you know. Yeah. So no, you're not wasting your time, especially with that Three of Wands. Their spirit is saying, in time this could happen, but spirit's also not. They're also saying, I usually give it a 3 month rule, but for long distance, yeah, I would give it longer, given the circumstances. But yeah, yeah, you just he's interested in me. That's yes, yeah. No, I hope you have picked up on that he is interested in you. But I sense that. Um, guys don't really talk to women unless they're interested. I mean, sometimes they just do because they like the attention or whatever, but there's usually some level of interest if they're taking the time to speak to you and get to know you. Um, and I'm not, and that's not why I'm saying, and I saw it in the cards, I felt it in the energy, but just even from a practical standpoint, like, yeah, especially if he works a lot and he makes time for you, but he is annoying. Does he play games? Is that what annoying? Wow, how is he annoying? He acts like a child. Ah, man child. Yeah, familiar with those. Yeah, they seem to be in abundance. I don't know how old he is, but like millennial age dudes. I don't know. I feel like millennial age women sometimes. I'm a little bit of a arrested development case myself, but um, okay, so he's a bit of a man child. Is he very demanding or annoying like you? Okay, yeah, obviously endearing. You have affections for him. That's funny. Okay. Um, yeah, a lot of those man children out there. Um, yeah, just make sure he's not. And I don't get the sense that he's playing any games at all. He seems very forthright. Did the cards show love or just interest? They did not show love. No, they did. And I don't know how long you've been talking to him for. But they didn't show love. They showed interest. They showed interest. Um, he starts singing to me. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Most guys can't sing, so that's impressive. I've met very few guys that had good voices. um, yeah, no, it did. I'll be honest. I didn't see love, but I did see interest. Yeah, no, wands are definitely like, attraction, for sure. Um, Definitely interested. Um, Love takes a while to foster, you know. Takes time, takes energy. Um, you are very welcome, Nancy. And again, thank you for coming back. Sorry, I had to cut it early. And good luck with everything. And yeah, I'm sure you things will work out, regardless of whether it's him or another gentleman. Um, yeah. All right. So let's see. So we are all caught up with the queue. So if you would like a reading, whoever makes a donation next will be next. A soulmate is, so I don't know if you've heard of like twin flames, Nancy. I don't I don't believe in the twin flame thing, but I do believe in soulmates. Soulmates are people who are meant to be in our lives. And they don't have to be of a romantic nature. I like to remind people that they don't have to be, they could be our pets, they could be family members, they could be coworkers, they could be friends, um, and also, so that with this specifically with my soulmate reading, well, you asked what a soulmate is, so there's that. There are also people who we had past life experiences with, and have returned in this life, to us, to be in our life in some capacity. Um, yes, that someone who's truly meant to be in our life. And when it comes to my soulmate reading, I answer it in a couple of different ways. If you did a reading for me, can you tell me if this guy I will spend my life with? Yes, I could ask that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, with the soulmate reading, that's to confirm. We could ask if he's your soulmate. We could ask if he's supposed to be, in this life now. The other way we could ask it is we can ask your spirit, do you give your blessing for this guy in Nancy's life? Is he going to be problematic, or is he going to be someone, you know, positive and um, instrumental to Nancy's growth? Excuse me. Um, so we could do the soulmate reading, and that's what that is, or we could just ask like a regular reading, just a question like, is this guy? I'm sorry, David, is that his name, or Daniel? I'm blanking on names today. I'm sorry. It's Saturday. I've been resting a lot. Um, yeah, we can simply ask like, hey, is he going to be a part of your life, long term? Um, and that will give you more perspective too, in terms um, of waiting, um, continuing the friendship. Again, I don't know how I'm talking. Okay, which one would you recommend to find out if he's the one I will definitely be with long term? I would recommend the soulmate reading, honestly. Like, he's definitely going to travel. Yeah, yeah. I would recommend the soulmate reading will just cut to the chase. If he's not a if he because if he's not a soulmate of yours, he's not the one. The people who we're with are like ultimate people. Even people who end up divorcing us are still soulmates. They were instrumental in our life. I know that sounds weird, but there was some reason why they were supposed to be in our life, even if it ended in tears. Um, that's the mini reading. The soulmate reading is, I want to say, 1919. No, it's 1616. Sorry. That's the soulmate reading. So yeah, the soulmate reading would just confirm whether he's a soulmate. If he's not, then we know he serves no purpose. The soulmate reading is 10 cards. That's a 10 card reading. Yeah, it would answer, if it's no, then we know. If it's yes, then it'll also answer how. How is he a soulmate of yours? Is he going to be a spouse? Is he going to be a problematic spouse that you need to learn from? Or not, I don't even want to say problematic, but just because not all divorces are problematic. Sometimes people just grow apart, but is this someone that you need to learn from? Is this someone who's instrumental to your life's journey? Yeah. It's always really it'll just cut to the chase, Um, it'll definitely cut to the chase. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Daniel, that was his name. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, Daniel the Cancer. And yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you. And I'll ask you when you get back. I have a question for you. Thank you so much, Nancy. So you just want to do a mini reading? So that wouldn't be a soulmate reading, but we could ask the question that you posted, which was, will he be, I think you asked if he would be a long... Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, love. Okay, so we are doing the soulmate reading. All right, let's do this. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Daniel Nancy's soulmate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Daniel a soulmate? And we have multiple soulmates. That's another thing I forgot to mention when you asked what a soulmate was. And let me quickly, while I'm doing this, we have multiple soulmates. We have more than one in this life. Like I said, sometimes our animals can be soulmates. Family members, friends, best friends. They come in all different forms. But in this case, we're talking about romantic soulmate. Because the context of your friendship is romantic. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides are is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate of Nancy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel a soulmate to Nancy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, is Daniel one of Nancy's soulmates? Let's see, love. We have strength. King of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Swords. The Fool. 10 of Pentacles reversed. I thought I was just going to pull the Chariot card. I kept on seeing the Chariot when I was shuffling, and the Chariot is the Cancer card. We do have the Chariot, but it is reversed. We have the Chariot reversed. We have the Moon. 8 of Pentacles reversed. 6 of Wands reversed. And Page of Pentacles. He's definitely a... I don't know how you met him, and you don't have to tell me. But Spirit is saying that there is a reason for him in your life. Is he a soulmate of yours? No, he's not. He is a friend, and he will ultimately serve a purpose in some way. But I'm also, okay, this has not happened before, but I think I told you with the soulmate reading, they confirm either yes or no if it is a soulmate, and they also either give their blessing or they don't. In this case, they give their blessing in the sense that they do want to let you know that it's not, I did this, but it's not going to result in marriage. With the 10 of Pentacles reversed, he does serve a purpose. With this Page of Pentacles, He, you know, as long as he's a good friend to you, and you know, and supportive to you, at least emotionally, that's fine. Um, However, Spirit is saying that it's not going to go in the direction that you want it to go, which is interesting because that was kind of how you phrased your first question, which was you were asking if it was going to result in a relationship that would result in the actions that you wanted ultimately. And Spirit's saying it's not ultimately going to go there. There is a lot of attraction between the two of you. Strength in the Hermetic deck is lust. There is he definitely is very. I think I mentioned earlier he is very physically attracted to you. There is definitely desire between the two of you, but in terms of direction that you would ultimately want it to go and he would ultimately want it to go, he's not on board with something long term at this time. Thank you for your donation, Brian. I appreciate you. Let me quickly add you here to the queue. Yeah, King of Pentacles reversed. They're saying that he's not your king. He's not going to be your partner ultimately. It doesn't with this Strength card. And I'll get to this full card. Well, that's very true because currently we don't want anything serious. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing is I see sexual energy, I see fun energy, and I'm gonna get to that in a moment. But yeah, I do see a lack of clarity, which makes sense. When it comes to the two of